Well, hello gamers, Mezzo here, back with Starbase, and the first of a series of quick tips or guides for this wonderful game. I've been playing it a little bit now, and just really enjoying it. So today I'm just going to give you some quick tips on mining. This is covered in the tutorial with the game, but a couple little things that aren't shown I think are really useful for pilots starting out. So without further ado, let's clip onto our safety line, whatever that's called, and hop out the ship. Now, early on in the game, you are going to be looking for Bastium and Vocarium, excuse my pronunciation there, because they are the basic core components for building a ship. As you can see, I've started to build my beginner ship out with some extra containers. Now, it could be a bit hit and miss. The minefield, the asteroid field, I'm sorry, is pretty massive, and you really want to make sure you're collecting the right ore early on. Of course, you can sell whatever you need to back in the shop down on the station, but it's useful if you can start collecting the things that, to help you craft. And an easy way of finding out what you're looking at is actually pulling up your little doodad on your arm here, I forget the name of it, with the U key, and straight away if you hit tab you can obviously flick around to these other things, but under material here you can see what you're looking at. So I know that I've got some Vocarium here. Now I sell for quite a bit, but what I really want is this Vocarium ore, because that's going to help me craft. So knowing that I'm on the spot, and of course the smaller amount is, as always, the little shiny bit there, I can get my pickaxe out and I can start chopping away. Now the other thing is, sometimes you might find that you're not collecting the ore, and I'm finding that this automatic collecting gets unticked. So if you tick that, you start to collect your ore straight away. So let's get this thing open, get a bit more of this in. Now the other thing I wanted to show you about mining is you can of course go into your starter ship or whatever your ship by going via your inventory, and in your backpack you see your storage at the top here, but underneath you can see your containers. Now what this allows you to do is move stuff around inside your ship. I've got quite a few containers, as you can see. Each one of these squares corresponds to one of the red boxes there, so you can see how you're going and what you need to prioritize. I've got a bit of ice in the ship here that I forgot to offload last time, but I really want to concentrate on getting Vocarium and Bastium, because that's what I want to build my ship with. So if needs be, I can take this ice here and just take it out of the container and it drops it there. So that's a pretty handy little feature. You are able to unload your craft in space, which is extremely good. So with that, the next tip will be how to unload your spacecraft when you get to the station. So one thing that's covered in the in-game tutorial is unloading your cargo from your ship to station storage. One thing that's not immediately apparent is how exactly you do that. So basically, get within range of the station. As you can see, the distance is stopped now, so I'm getting much closer. One thing I would recommend as well is, when you're not moving, switch your generator on, because that will stop your fuel being used, as you can see here, fuel and propellant. And then the game tutorial asks you to open your inventory. However, what you can see here is I can't see any ore, and the reason for that is I need to connect up to my lifeline here, which allows me to then see the containers connected to the ship and the ore there. We can also see the station storage on this side, so all you need to do now is simply drag across, or you can right click and select all ore. For some reason it seems to be a bit sporadic with how that works. I think if the volumes are at different in the containers, if the volumes are slightly different, then it can't quite work out how to send more than one go. But anyway, very easy to do. Now my ship is fully unloaded and I'm able to return back to the asteroid belt and begin mining again. The final tip I'll give you here is that station storage is not infinite. I've found that you can fill it up quite quickly, so make sure you're using your ores to craft additional parts to your ship. Obviously cargoes and engines would be very useful early on, and anything that you don't want to use right now I think is safe to sell in the shopping centre on station. That's all for now. I'll see you next time with some more quick tips, and next up we'll be looking at refueling. Thanks for watching. Mezzo out.